I am driving a borrowed car because my car is in Boise. The Porsche is in Boise. Coming up this week, it's going to get replacement windshield, all-wheel drive controller. I didn't tell you about the wheel. I completely forgot to tell you about the wheel. So the wheel is fixed. I couldn't record in the shop. I had to travel for work, and then I had to come back, and the shop, we couldn't get it coordinated. Maybe in the future, they'll let me back in that shop to record their machine, but I couldn't do it this time. That being said, though, they were able to balance that wheel out, and they balanced it so well. It's super, it's liquid smooth now. I almost want to check my other 3 wheels. I almost want to say, you guys did such an amazing job on that one wheel that I know I bent. Let's do the other 3 wheels and check if they're out of round. Because they don't necessarily have to be bent. They can be out of round just a little bit, and just a little bit will be enough to give you a vibration and make it uncomfortable. So I'm considering doing that. But if I'm going to do that, what I'm going to do is something else. I'll save that for later. Good.
Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. Ball now, top corner like all in. Lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in. Put me with the best, bring the stars in. Undefeated mode, no falsing. Doubted when I lost, slide back when I win. Fade and pay the cost, but I rose so thick and thin. Battles and the scars, see them on my skin. They tried to knock me out, but I'ma fight it to the end, and there's no days off. I'm just resting up a little, know it pays off. I'm just stuck up in the middle, knock some weight off. I've been carrying for years, and I'm not worried, I got no fear. Home run, touchdown.
So the reason you guys haven't seen any content from me is because work keeps sending me to places like this. But this week, we'll be back home, and we're going to mess with the Passat. I'll show you that later.
Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere ra, 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 ra. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere ra, 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 ra. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere que le den por detrás. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere que le den por detrás. Tú eres bellaquita, tú eres mi gatita. Cuando has mirado un gordito que perrea, te lo hago suavecito, despacito. Le jalo del pelo y la pongo de perrito. Tú eres mi baby, mi bebé. Dame un besito sin morder. Tú eres mi baby, mi bebé. Dame un besito sin morder. Ando bien borracho con tequila, ponte pila. Mamacita, tú te miras rica. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere ra, 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 ra. Ella quiere ra, ra, ra. Ella quiere ra, 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 ra.
So I'm back in Portland, and I really wanted to be excited. I have a plan on what I'm going to do on the Passat. Unfortunately, I got bad news about the Volkswagen CC, the one that you guys never see. You'll see a clip of it right here. It has a failed fuel pump, and that would be okay if that was the only thing that's wrong with it. The fuel pump failed and broke a timing chain guide in half. So it's going to cost $11,000 more on top of what they've already done to fix it. Oh, that's pretty crappy. Wow. That's a whole tooth, isn't it? So that sucks that the chain moves that much and there's that much slack. So we looked down below. I was trying to get a video of it, but it was really hard to get a video of it. It's such a small space. The good thing is that the chain did not break. If the chain had broken, the engine would be toast. The engine would just be trash. So that's kind of the good thing. I gotta try to ignore the price and how much it costs to get fixed and think about the big picture. The big picture is that engine is pretty damn solid. It's had 0 issues ever until now. The entire time I owned the car till now that my daughter has it, it has not had a single issue. And it has 145,000 miles on it. So if I invest the money in it, it'll probably go a lot further. It'll probably go a lot longer in life. And it's probably going to be just fine. So I can't make that decision today. It sucks. It sucks. I wish I was independently wealthy, and then it'd be a non-issue. I just get the damn thing fixed, because it is overall it is a pretty nice car. But I'm not there. I'm not independently wealthy, though it may look like it. I work for a living. I work my butt off, and why I haven't made videos lately, because I've been working my butt off. So I don't know what we're gonna do about the CC. It's kind of heartbreaking. It's such a nice car. It used to be my car. I love that car. I used to drive it everywhere, anywhere and everywhere with no issues whatsoever. And it's just unfortunate. I can't blame my daughter, even though I want to. I can't blame her for messing up the car, because this is just one of those things that happens. I mean, who was going to guess the fuel pump was going to fail when it did? Enough with the CC. We're going to talk about the Passat here for a second. So when my other daughter gets home with the Passat, which is her car now, I'm going to take off that door. Problem I created for myself was, if you guys remember months ago when I locked that rear door, what I forgot to do was give myself a way to open it. So right now, that rear driver's side door is closed shut and locked mechanically, and just for the hell of it, for fun, I disconnected all the components inside because I didn't want it to drain the battery. Well, my dumbass also disconnected the door handle and forgot to reconnect it. I thought I did, but no sir, I did not. So that door is completely shut. I have no idea how the hell I'm going to get the door card off and to get on the inside of it to get that handle off. I can only get the 2 screws in the handle, but I can't get the lower screw out. I'm going to see what I can do. I think I'm going to take those screws out and see if I can figure out some kind of way. I can't get to that bottom screw, because that last bottom screw is, I think it's just up by the seal of the door or past it, where you can only get to it when the door is open. So with the door closed, there's no way to get to it. I'm going to have to be freaking creative to get to that screw. And the whole reason I got to take that out is I want to take the door control module. What gave me the idea about this was, I was watching Matt Armstrong's video, and Matt Armstrong, when he had the problem with his Lamborghini, the Lamborghini's window was stuck and it wouldn't come down. And he's tried to swap the door modules left to right, and they didn't work because the modules are specific to that door. I'm hoping on the Passat that the rear door modules are not specific left and right, that they're universal for rear doors, I should say. They should be for rear doors, not front doors, but I'm hoping they're not like left rear, right rear, because if they are, that sucks. Then I'm going to do nothing. Well, I'll still be able to figure that out, because when I swap them, it won't work on the other side. Neither one will work. But then I swap them back, then the right passenger door should be working. So, and if that's the case, then I know that's where the short is. That's why that rear door is not working. And then I can get a used one, probably from eBay, and install it, and hopefully we can get that door back in action. And then the only problem left with that car will be figuring out the engine issue. It drives fine. It drives great. My daughter drives it to work every single day. And now that the CC's broke, her and her sister share the car, and it gets driven a lot. And the car drives perfectly fine. The only problem is it misfires at idle. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I really think it's the turbo. It kind of makes sense it's the turbo, because when it's at idle, the turbo's barely spinning. And then when you get on the throttle, the turbo spools up. I really think that's where the problem is. It's not making enough pressure at idle because the turbo's going bad. And because of that, it's causing the misfire because it doesn't have enough air pressure in cylinder 1. Right now, we're looking at a $11,000 bill to fix a Volkswagen CC that I was not expecting. If I didn't have the Volkswagen CC bill, there's a couple more things I was going to do on the Porsche. I was considering getting the wheels powder coated, and when they do the powder coating, they check the balance. I also want to buy the Bilstein, however you say it, the coilovers for my car, the Damtronics that are made for my car. I was really wanted to get those for the price, and I was gonna do the install and do a DIY video, but bam, now I'm facing an $11,000 fix it or throw it away bill on my Porsche, or on my daughter's Volkswagen CC. That's not counting the high pressure fuel pump and the work they've already done. The work they've already done in the high pressure fuel pump, I still have to pay for that. So that's $11,000 in addition to the work they've already done to get to this point. So I don't know if that car is going to make it. I don't know if that car is just going to be donated. We shall see. It's later in the evening. The sun is setting. It's cooler outside. It's hot as hell in the garage, though. We're going to try to get this door off. Funny thing is, I drive around with the car just like this. I love getting the looks that people give me. So, the problem is this door here. It does not open. Unlock. Car's unlocked. Just open this real quick and I'll show you. Put my tools, T27 and a T20 and a panel puller. So, show you from the outside, nothing. It's locked. Do it from the inside, nothing. Cannot open this door. So I've got to figure out how to get that inside panel off so I can get access to the inside of that door. The passenger side, piece of cake. So the problem on that door is I can get to these two here, but then there's a screw down here. Right there. And you see where it is. That sits on this sill. So there's no way for me to get to it. Maybe, let's see, I flip the seat up. One thing I love about Passat wagons, you can do this. Still with the other side. I don't need this side, I need the other side. Ooh, definitely need to open the windows in here. Even with that out of the way, I still can't get to it because it's below that reflector. I know it's below that reflector because if you look at this side for comparison, there's the reflector, and there's, see, it's below it. So I think what I'm gonna have to try to do is get the two up off the top, see if I can force it open. Maybe with the window down, I can go between the window and pull the hook that goes that's connected to the door. Let's try that. So let me open the window. Shoot, I can't open that window. Gosh. Fun. Get in the car from the passenger side because I obviously can't open the driver's side. And we're going to try to get this open. The windows, see if it gives me some airflow in here, except for this one because I can't open it. Maybe open the back. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to start by pulling this panel off here and see if I can get those bolts loose. Maybe that's enough. I can get this loose and I can get behind there so I can pull this cable. So I've got it off and it's pretty loose. Might be able to get this up and over. Let's see if I'm lucky. Oh, nope, not that lucky. Oh, shoot, trying to not break it.
Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up.
On this side of it, it's hooked like that, so I gotta get it up and over without breaking it. And that's what I'm trying to do. There we go. All right, find the cable. Where's the door lock cable? Ah, there it is. And that is what I've been looking for. That little thing right there. See if I can zoom in on it. This is what's been unhooked. Now if I pull this, the door should open. Yes! Success. Yay!
Down through your umbrella, ayy. Getting fed up, nothing you could tell us. Snapping every shot I take, just wait till it develops. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. On the ground, when we to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me.
I could have sworn I was going to find what I was looking for behind this door panel, and I did not. The only thing that I have found was, and it's kind of strange, is this little regulator motor. Well, here's the motor, here's the electronics of it, but everything plugs into this. It has a lot of pins on it. The plug that goes into it. Door lock, which is this one, which is that one right there. Door lock, speaker, window motor, all plug into this one plug. So this is the only module that's in the car. I'll show you behind that door panel. There's no modules. These just pass through to each other. That's all this does. So if I look behind here, use the glass reflection to see there's no modules in here. That's a slider for the glass. You saw me push the glass down by hand. We'll push it back up later. This wiring here, you can see that. That just goes from there, goes through here. And if I pull this off, it's a connector, but it's just a pass-through. And I pull this open, and you can see, if I can get a good view of it, down there, it's just a pass-through. There's no module there. It's just another connector. It goes from here, I believe it goes under there, and goes to the front. So the module's got to be up in the front somewhere. There's another door control module somewhere else. If the door control module is just that piece there, I can get to that easy. So I'm gonna put this door back together.
When we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wearing proud. Fuck what they was talking about. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends. Big
So on the outside of here, you have this little plastic cover that has a cap on it. It looks like a lock. So if you pull that cap off, there's your door lock. If you stick a straight slot screwdriver in there, turn it to your left, the door is locked. When you close it, it's secure. You can't open it. You want to reopen it, pull your handle from the inside. And the door opens. And then if you do that, you want it to secure again, remember you have to relock this every time. So last night we did not fix the car because we couldn't switch those control modules to the other side. Before you burn me in the comments, I know that is a window control module and it is not the door lock control module. But the reason I went for that was because after I did some research, aka read a lot of forums, I've seen other people had the exact same issue we did on different doors, but exactly the same, duplicated the same. Battery died, control doesn't work to the door, etc. Same fault codes in VCDS and the Rostec software. So VAGCOM, if you do have Volkswagen software. So what I found was that module is actually the culprit. Unfortunately, I couldn't swap from left to right, so I didn't know. I don't know if the front doors is different from the rear, especially because the driver's door is the master and it has other controls in it. So I didn't want to mess with that one. So what I am going to do is go to a salvage yard. I have found that part new on eBay, but it comes from China. It's the only place I found it. Probably can get it from Volkswagen as well. Or, well, actually that's not true. I have found it on eBay in the US, but you have to buy the whole window motor assembly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a salvage yard first, locally, and see if I can find that motor, that little module in a salvage yard, and see if I can just rip it off, bring it here, and work. Usually in a salvage yard, that part doesn't cost much money, and if it doesn't work, no big deal. So that's what we're going to do with the Passat. CC, still trying to figure that one out. It's a lot of money. Don't know what we're going to do about that one yet. That's the goal for today, is go to a junkyard, go see if we can find that module, and plug it in, and maybe regain control of the window. Maybe.
Who's gonna get it? Freddie, you cheated. Drop it, drop it. Cheater. You're a cheater. Bakis. So we had a plan to grab the Passat and go to the auto salvage yard and get that new module. One problem. No Passat. All right, we're in the Passat. Let's go to the auto salvage place and see if we can get a door control module. This is a salvage yard. I found a Volkswagen Passat. This is 2012, so it's the same. I think actually it's one gen newer than mine, but it should have the same components inside because everything else is a 2001 and older. And then I opened the door to find someone beat me to it. Someone already took the door card and all the pieces I need. I did find the window motor. And looking at the plug, this is the right connection. So the module that goes to this is exactly what I need. But it's not here. Car's completely gutted. I'm gonna look around the car. Maybe I get lucky and I find it in there. I can try to take off that other door panel, like it comes off pretty fast, and see, but I'm pretty sure that module's not gonna fit on this side because we already know they're left and right specific. So I was mistaken. This is 2012. This is when they changed the generation, and they actually did change the style. How do I know? Because I took off the other side. So I have the door card off, and if you look at this, it's different. They incorporated the module to the motor. It's all one piece instead of two separate pieces that separate. So this is not going to work for me. We'll walk around some more. The 2008 Jetta, but you can see door card's already off. This is completely different. So that won't work either. So it has to be a Passat of the same generation. I saw this CC. This is the Gen 1 CC, not the Gen 2. The Gen 2 is what we have with the busted motor. This is the Gen 1. The Gen 1 shares a huge amount of parts with the Passat. So I walked over here and was like, well, let me look at it. I'm like, yes, it's a Gen 1, truly. Steering wheel is nicer than the one on mine. But overall, 2009 Volkswagen CC, Lux. So I pulled off the door panel, which was a little different because it has, instead of having a screw in the bottom, it has a screw up here, but it still had the screw here and the screw here. So I pulled that off and I got to the motor and I pulled the motor out, which is right there. And I pulled out this. It was plugged in like so. It was in there like that. Now, the part number, focus. Part number is not the same. Mine ends with a P, this one ends with a Q. However, if I look at how it's set up, it's exactly the same as the one on my Passat. Same pins, same connections, same shape, same brand. So I'm gonna take this and I hope it works. Actually, I'm gonna take the whole thing. Take that plus this and see, does it work in my Passat? All you have to do is match the orientation, and I've already looked at these pins and they match that one perfectly. So let's just put it in here. I'm not gonna lock it. That's the locking tab. I'm not gonna lock it. Also, do not touch these because they will be live in a second. So I'm just gonna leave that layer. Let me reconnect this one as well. And even though there's tight space in here, I've learned that this is actually pretty easy. It's self-aligning. Oh, when I got the door all the way open. So I had to hurry up and I didn't film plugging it in. I plugged it in and I pressed the lock button. It closed the front door and flipped over the mechanism on the rear door so it thinks that the door is closed, and we pressed the lock button and the little LED flashed and then it stayed solid red, which that's what it does when it has a fault. So I didn't have time to connect the computer and investigate it because my daughter needed her car to go to work. So I just slapped the door back together real quick. I've gotten so good at it, I could take that door apart in like 5 minutes. These are cars they have that I guess are running for sale. I think this is it. Yep, this is the CC. I got that panel, the door panel from yesterday. This one. I think it's this one. Yep, this is the one. Lux. Yep, so I took it off this panel yesterday. So I'm gonna try that door. Thank God the panel's still on. Oh, someone took the camera. Someone's smart. There's a camera in there. It's supposed to be. All right. So, like yesterday, I'm gonna pop this off. Screw here, a screw here, and a screw here. Good news, I got her off without even breaking a sweat. And she did, I'm getting there, but I'm not sweating just yet. Bad news is the part number on this also has a Q and not a P. I was expecting to see a P. Now, looking at it though, I do think the orientation is different. I think the one I pulled off that door, it sits like this, but with the wheel on the other side. So basically, if I pulled this off and tried to put it on that door, I would flip it. If that's the case, that will work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off and I'll take it back to the front, the one I have. I'll compare it to the one front that I took off yesterday because they held on to it. If it is 180 different from the other one, then I know it'll work. If it's exactly the same as the one that's up there, it's not gonna work. We'll find out in 1 second. As I'm pulling out, the tow truck brings these cars in. I asked what's up with this Mini. She said, it turns over, but it doesn't run. I bet you I could fix it. I'm tempted. The only problem is I gotta go back to work in Boise. And I'm not living here in Portland full-time anymore, so I don't have time. I'm really tempted to go grab that car. I bet you I can make it run. No more projects. I need to fix the cars I already have, and I haven't fixed those. So once those are fixed, if I get those both fixed, then I can tackle projects and stuff like that. I've got other stuff to do. So we're on the way back to the house. So I apologize for my amazing electrical tape skills, but I just wanted to make sure nothing got in these plugs. So we're gonna plug this one in because this is the master. As soon as I plugged it in, the window moved. Oh crap, I forgot to disconnect the plug from there. Well, it's kind of a good sign. Let's see what I do with the key. Let's see if the window will open and close. I'm wondering if I gotta clear faults first before I continue. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unplug it from the pillar. I'm going to connect all the connectors on the door panel. And I'm just gonna hang the door panel. And then I'm gonna go grab my computer, clear the faults, and then see if I can get this to work. That's my previous Ducati, which I sold and I should have never got rid of, but whatever. Different story for a different time. So I've scanned this multiple times and cleared the faults multiple times, and I get the same one every time. Rear fault code 01333, door control module. I may have been looking at the wrong door the entire damn time. There might be absolutely nothing wrong with the rear door. The problem might be the driver's door. And why do I think it might be the driver's door? From the beginning, all of these buttons worked except this one. This is the left rear. Does nothing. This also does not illuminate. But if I do the driver's door, no problem. Passenger door. Well, let me push the button. And passenger rear. So that works. This is the only one that doesn't work. Doesn't do anything, and neither does this. So the problem might not be this back door. The problem might be the module inside of here. That is one of the cars I looked at in the salvage yard. When I was looking at those modules for the front had 3 or 4 multiple connections because it had its connection for that door plus the connection of the other doors. So I might have been going down the wrong tree. Barking up the wrong tree, going down the wrong path, something like that. You know what I mean? So I think I'm done messing with this. So I don't feel like going back to the salvage yard, and I don't feel like taking this door off.
So we'll see. The saga continues.